All right, what's going on? This is Carl. I'm back for another episode here. We're gonna go for a walk at the newly built, one of the newer parks here in San Francisco. It's part of the India Basin Park, and it officially opened on October 19th. I've been there a few times already. It's really nice, really nice. And that was phase 2 that was recently completed, and there's still going to be a phase 3. So let's check it out. I think it's amazing. It definitely improves our area here at Hunters Point, having a nice park. There was already an existing park there called India Basin Park, which gives us access to the trails that leads to, they call it the Bay Trail here, and that pretty much leads from Hunters Point all along the coast to Dog Patch, Mission Bay, Embarcadero, and so forth. So it's a really nice park. So let's go for a walk, check it out. All right, so here we are. We're approaching the new park here, and here we go. At the base there, that's called the Promenade. But here, it's great that they have these billboards here that explains what it used to be. Okay, so let's take a look at this old picture here of the shipyards, the naval shipyards. Okay, but we'll walk down there. But this cabin here has some history. So goes back to the 1800s, and they preserved it. And it's kind of like like a museum. Okay, so it's closed. They'll be back. So inside, they have some mementos of the park from even as far as the 1800s. It's in there. Okay. So here we go, India Basin Waterfront Park. So they call that the Shipwright's Cottage. And they have the Boatyard Plaza and so forth, floating dock. Okay, Heron's Head Park, which is kind of like the original India Basin Park that was already pre-existing here for a few years. Okay, so here is kind of like a little cafe lounge area, and there is a food pavilion. I want to say I've seen it open maybe on weekends. There's like a coffee shop in there. Okay. You know what? I have not sat here yet. Let's enjoy the swings. This is pretty neat. Oh man, this is pretty neat. Let me see if I can. Man. Oh, I like this. Usually there's people here in the morning. It's, what time is it? 10 a.m. now, 10:05. And usually there's a lot of people, a few people, especially on weekdays. But not today, not in this promenade. Okay, well, this is neat. All right, let's check out more of the park. There you go. There's trying out the swing also. Okay. All right. So they have some coffee tables here. Got some pretty nice landscaping. All right, let's walk down the promenade. Yeah, you see they have these walk paths. I'm sure they meant this to be stroller accessible, wheelchair accessible. rocking the boat. Now, rocking the boat during the opening week, I did see that there's like small paddle boats for rent there, maybe canoes and so forth. Some history of this area here, India Basin. So shipbuilding's always been here. Okay, and from one of these information things, in the 1800s, this area was used by Chinese immigrants as for harvesting shrimp. So there's shrimp here in these waters. But here's another thing about boat building. Yeah, it's really nice what they've done here. Okay, water here. So all this is the newer park, phase 2, this right here. So straight ahead there would be the old park. I guess you can call it Heron's Head Park, which is part of the India Basin Park as well. And somewhere along there is going to be phase 2, somewhere along there. Okay, let's go for a walk here to my left. All right, walk down this ramp. This is probably my favorite spot right here. Is this little bridge way here to this platform. I actually have a paddle board, but I don't like to use that in colder waters, especially this time of year. I mean, these waters here are always cold, but maybe when it gets warmer in the summer seasons, I'll try some paddle boarding here. Usually I save my paddle board for Lake Tahoe. But yeah. Okay. So this is one of the newest parks in San Francisco. It's been in the works since before 2020. So we can take a walk along the trail, and we'll end up at Heron's Head Park. Okay. All right, let's check out this here. Okay, that's pretty cool. All right, maybe I missed this before when I was reading it, but this is the Shipwright's Cottage, which we first showcased. Is that yellow house there? Okay, Shipwright's Cottage. This is an old map of what it looked like. Interesting. Lots of history here. Okay, here's another one. Another view from back in the day. Shipwright's cottage is there. And they had, I guess, all these ramps for shipbuilding. And I saw another placard there that did mention about the Chinese immigrants using this area for shrimp harvesting, shrimp fishing, or however you say that. Okay, let's keep walking. Okay. Oh, okay, so they've closed this off because when this opened up, there was some confusion because there were cars coming into the park, coming here, and you couldn't park right here. So they finally installed these. These weren't here maybe last week or two when I was here. These are fairly new. Okay. But that's where phase 3 renovation is coming. So it's going to start next year. It's going to take 2 years. So 2025 to 2027, it's going to be like this. So we were here, okay? I'm currently standing right about here, okay? So this is going to be phase 3, this area here. All right, so they're going to rebuild it, going to have a longer ramp there. Okay, interesting. Yeah. All right, can't wait to see that come to fruition. All right, that's cool. Let's keep walking. So based on that map, so this open space here is going to be developed for phase 3. So somewhere beginning, I guess, in this area, you know. Here's another old placard. Okay. All right, so this is India Basin Waterfront Park, phase 2. And I'll show further ahead, I'll show Heron's Head Park. All right, so this is already an existing park. Here's a smaller park. There's some slides there for the kids. Okay, longer slides, some swings there for the kids, and a smaller slide. But based on the map that I saw, it seems like they're going to redevelop this green space here as part of phase 3. So all this green space is going to be improved. Now I'm wondering if they call this Heron's Head based on the map. This part right here is going to be redeveloped. This has been here since we moved here. But based on the map, I guess maybe they'll redevelop this existing area here. So it's pretty much green space that's going to be developed, and the parking lot here. A little bit of a parking lot and a little bit of green space. So I guess I'm thinking this is a part of phase 3. I could be wrong. So people that know more, if you watch this video, let me know. There's construction going on there now. Look at that. Caterpillar. Go for a little closer look. Who knows? But let me just go for a spin here at this loop around here. Okay. Seems like the water, I'm not sure if it's low tide or high tide now, but it seems like the water's coming in. We actually have our binoculars, show the binoculars. This area, I've seen like birders would come here with binoculars, so they would check it out. There's some interesting birds here. I've seen the turkey vulture. That's about it. But there's some other birds here that do come. So it's popular for people trying to get a glimpse of birds. All right, so here it might be higher tides because I've seen this water line disappear a little bit there when it's low tide, so it's muddy. So there is water, so it might be high tide then. Here we go. We're gonna take a walk along the trails right over there, right above, and go to the cargo area and use the binoculars, maybe see some birds, take a look at the cargo ships from the distance. Okay. So here's the construction that's going on. But here we are, Heron's Head. Okay. All right, let's go for a walk. All right, so we're still here at the trail. Okay. So more of a, kind of like a sanctuary, you know, here. Got a lot of water here. See the birds? Those are just basic pigeons. Let's see if I'll see something more unique. I remember earlier this past year during the rainy season, so this is like January, February, right here, there was a large fish that washed ashore. Maybe it got lost here, and when the water was deeper, higher tide during the storms, it ended up here. Then as the water receded, it couldn't get out, so it died right there, and it was there for like at least a month. It was rotting, it smelled, you know. But yeah, right now the water is fairly high at this end. Sometimes this water area here would be much lower. All right, so this area is fenced off. So they're doing like, I've seen before where they'll plant something here and to preserve them, you know, it's like keep out pretty much. And there's some people over there doing some work. A lot of pigeons. What are these, crows? Crows are there. Right. All right, so we're still at the trail. So this is the part of the sanctuary. So this is where the ships, cargo ships, dock and unload. All right. And I know from there, there's trains, like cargo trains, that offloads them and takes them wherever. Okay. Normally, I'll go all the way at the end. It dead ends along this path, and I'll take, just enjoy the cargo ships. Just look at them. So they stage all, from the distance they're staging before they can unload, and sometimes that can take weeks. There could be a backlog. So, yep, we're here at Hunter's Point. Okay.